There you go. Yeah. Yeah. One more. You got it. Yeah. All you. There you go. Good work.
There's the man I was looking for. Good work, kid. How we doing, Cap? It is just Cap, right?
Yeah, you got it right. All good here, Coach Dub.
Good stuff, kid. You've been building a lot of trust in a short amount of time. Keep it up.
Well, on that note, possible to get some extra reps in this week?
Of course. What are you trying to get better at? All right, good. Let's get out there.
Let's get it.
Let's blow it up! Come on now, let's do this! Come on, set!
Madden NFL 24. And all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Giants and the 49ers on Thursday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to... So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Well, this defense for the Niners, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Giants at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
3rd down, Ferguson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of the loss last week.
And New York set to take the field. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want the Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ferguson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on there?
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Ferguson. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Ferguson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to throw. Ferguson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet. but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
He capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 2nd down, Ferguson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking for Shepard deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. And give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now
the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The Giants. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Ferguson. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Hodgins in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's trying to get as much as he can. And boy, a lot's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to give it to him. He needed 5. He didn't get much more than that. But it's enough for the first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Drake Jackson, his 2nd sack of the night.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Ferguson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
with 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Ferguson. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down. Ferguson. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.
Nice W today, man.
They were ready for us today.
Played some good ball out there today, guys. Yo, Rook, keep playing like this, and you'll cash in for sure.
Hey, what's good, Nat?
What's good is the new spot I've hooked you up with.
Okay. Got a nice crib set up for me?
Only the best for the league's most promising rookie. Keys will be coming your way soon, and hotel life will be a thing of the past.
I like the sound of that. I'm ready to get settled in.
Well, I think you'll be really happy with the place I got set up for you. And this is only the start of your journey. The better you play, the better home will be able to get you in, and with that come plenty of perks. Exactly what an elite athlete needs.
Always coming through for me. Thanks again, Nat.
Of course, Cap. Talk soon.
National Football League. And we're watching the longtime star, Bobby Wagner, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Seahawks and the Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year. And we'll see if the rookie's confidence is shaken a bit after that opening drive interception. They'll start with a first down here. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about the Seahawk defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Giants at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, now hang on here, because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The off. Down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Ferguson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm...
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To throw on 3rd down, Ferguson, flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
His pass caught at the 4. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the Seahawks 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Looking to throw. Ferguson. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A 19-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go play action here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
8-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Ferguson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now we're signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Off play action. Ferguson. But that's caught at the 25. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tyreek Hill, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Keenan Allen, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1 yard. And the Giants ready to come out now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's fourth down.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal.
They can't read us straight up. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. To throw on second down, Ferguson. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no
And now out come the Giants. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On first down, Ferguson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ferguson. Eluding the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st and 10, Ferguson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ferguson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was...
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Ferguson. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ferguson to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down. Ferguson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. Fourth down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made this.
They didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. This is miles from our best.
Hey, Nat, what's cooking?
I call with good news, Cap.
I like the sound of that. What kind of good news we talking?
Well, as we predicted, your play on the field this season has some high-profile brands looking to get you in their gear.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes. The sneaker world has taken an interest in you.
Am I getting my own kicks?
I can see that in the future. But first, why don't you tell me which brand you want to rep?
Can't go wrong with a classic. I'd be happy to rep this style.
Okay, great. Let's make this happen.
Natalie Day, coming through in the clutch. Appreciate you.
Keep up the good work.
It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's coming off a game where he cleared the century mark with ease, over 150 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Giants. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Off the play fake, Ferguson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. Ferguson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their time.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, it's Barkley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Short throw to be caught by Waller. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ferguson. And this one's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful. But don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He's got Bellinger. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive...
And New York set to take the field. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ferguson. Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find a completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try to get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
New York set to take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Off play action. Ferguson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
To throw on second down. Ferguson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Campbell was finally on field for a full season last year, and he had more catches, yards, and touchdowns than his first 3 injury-plagued seasons combined. The Giants expect that there's even more attack potential there, and he gets him a first down with that catch.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It goes a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Ferguson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Off the play fake. Ferguson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down. Being chased out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's a give to Barkley, shedding the tackle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
13 yards, good for a giant first down.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former #2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This is caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's...
And New York set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
On first down, Ferguson. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard.
Now Saquon Barkley.
And Saquon going to have the Giants first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off play action. Ferguson. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Off the play fake. Ferguson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Looking to throw on second down. Ferguson forced out to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their down package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Giants now down 27-24, a little under a minute to go. Back to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves him because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect him to try and get it all in this one play. But there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Well,
throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go...
Think about how we can be better and bring it to the table this week. All right?